Hello. Hold on. Let me get rid of that. Hey there, Fit Pros. Good to see you. Kelly here. You guys, today we are talking about something super important. We're going to talk about Facebook for your business. Excuse me. But not only that, we're going to talk about Facebook for your business, but we're going to talk specifically about Facebook groups. I want to get very, very specific with you guys and actionable because I want you to be able to take this information and really use it to get a quick win in your business. So we're going to talk about the difference between Facebook and Instagram. We're going to talk about for business. We're going to talk about the difference between your Facebook business page and your Facebook group. They are totally different things. All right. Get ready. We are going to talk about why groups work for business. All right. I know what you're thinking because you're thinking that Facebook groups are for like people who are supporting each other through sickness or who have kids that have similar conditions or whatever. No, Facebook groups work for business. And I'm going to tell you why. And it's very altruistic and fun too. All right. And then we are going to talk, I've got my notes over here. We're going to talk about stick around to the end. Here's the thing. Stick around to the end because at the end, I'm going to tell you how to set up your Facebook group and exactly the things that you need to do and how to get those done correctly at the end. Been trying to make these episodes short. I don't know that this is going to be a short one. I've got 2 pages of notes for you guys. So I'm going to see how concise and clear I can make it and try to keep it as short as possible. All right. Before we get started, let's talk about this. I want you to come into the comments and give me an FPS live, or if you're watching in the replay, give me an FPS replay. So that's Fit Pro Show, FPS live or FPS replay. You guys, I ask you to engage at the beginning of these videos because it helps Facebook to understand that you are watching, that I am giving you things that you can use, and then they show the information to more people. So you are helping more Fit Pros find this information and make money doing what they love if you do the little actions that I ask you to do. So it's hashtag FPS live or hashtag FPS replay. Oh, I love you guys. I see them coming in. Thank you. You know, a little hearts and fire is always wonderful too. So I love you guys so much. Thank you. All right. If you don't know, this is the Fit Pro Show. This is the show that I put together to connect fitness professionals to fitness business information, business building resources, and to each other. I'm Kelly Coulter. I empower Fit Pros to build massively profitable direct-to-consumer fitness businesses so they can make the income they deserve, serving the people they love, doing the things that they love. I believe that we Fit Pros can change the world one client at a time, one workout at a time. And that has nothing to do with Peloton or Beachbody on Demand. All right. So that's why I do what I do, you guys. I love you so much. This week, Thursday, I will be live from DCAC on Instagram, and I'm going to have Denise and Bessie with me, and we're going to talk about the changes in the fitness industry over the last year. So DCAC is the first live event that's happening since we started opening things back up after the pandemic. It's happening in Reston, Virginia, and I will be there live. I'm giving 2 talks. On Thursday, I'm going to go live on Instagram with Denise. It is DCAC's 30th anniversary. This is the 30th time that show has happened annually. And I'm going to talk with Denise about the changes in the fitness industry over the last 30 years. So I'm super excited about that. So watch for that on Instagram, 2:00 on Thursday. I will be at DCAC. If you are going to be there, give me a little comment right now. I've been considering putting a meetup together, but I haven't pulled the plug on that. So let me know if that's something that interests you. And then on Wednesday, you guys, before I get there on Thursday, on Wednesday, I am doing a live talk with Interval. I'm going to be doing a training on getting started and on growing your group. It's a 45-minute training. It's free. Go to Interval's Facebook or put a question in the group with a tag for Kyle Sanek, who is the interval guy that's in our group, in the Grow Your Fitness Business group on Facebook. And you can find that training and get registered for that. So that's going to be on Wednesday, 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific. All right, so that's what's going on in the group. That's what's going on this week with me. Let's talk about Facebook. All right, so the first thing I want to cover is the difference between Facebook and Instagram for business. So Facebook, a lot of people think it's dead, right? A lot of people will tell you, a lot of business coaches are really pounding on Facebook. Shailene Johnson's out there teaching Instagram, teaching Reels. Everybody is talking about Instagram, and it's a visual medium. It's super fun. It's a low barrier of entry. There are a lot of reasons to get on Instagram, and Instagram can do great things for your business. But I want to talk about the differences between Facebook and Instagram. This hair is going to be an issue again today. So first, Facebook is an older demographic. So a lot of people are saying Facebook is dead, and they are saying that specifically because it's an older demographic, right? Your average Facebook user is going to be over 35 years old. Here's what I like about Facebook for business. Your average user is going to be over 35 years old. So most of the people within the sound of my voice, the instructors and personal trainers that I talk to, are serving a client that's over 35. I would say that's 80 to 90% of you are really serving an older clientele. The younger generation, they're getting their workouts either in the gym in person, or they are following some of those, big Instagram gurus and getting their stuff for free. They're just not doing the things that really I'm speaking to or I'm teaching. So most of us in the Grow Your Fitness Business group, we've been around for longer than these younger kids have been alive. Maybe we've been around longer than 35 years. But most of us are serving a clientele that's older than 35. Also, the clientele that's older than 35 are the ones that have the money and have the motivation to invest in the types of things that we are offering. Because if you're building a direct-to-consumer business, you are most likely teaching something that's a little bit more transformational or a little bit more involved, or there's a little bit more reason that people would come specifically to your class. And because of that, a lot of times it comes with a little bit higher price tag, or it possibly should come with a little bit higher price tag. So the over 35 crowd has a little bit more expendiary income. And that is one of the things that I really like about using Facebook to build your business as opposed to Instagram. All right, so the demographic is over 35. Facebook has about 3 times more accounts than Instagram does. So we hear so much about Instagram, but the fact is, worldwide, which your audience is global, you do not have to stick to your local audience. So worldwide, Facebook has 3 times more accounts than Instagram. Now, if you couple that with the idea that Instagram has about 40% fake or duplicate accounts, then you can see there really is a lot more uptake on Facebook rather than Instagram. So just talk to your teenagers and you'll see they talk all the time about a Finsta, right? It's a word in the vernacular. So fake Instagram accounts, Finsta accounts, are so popular that there's actually a word in the vernacular for them. And that means that statistic that Facebook has 3 times more accounts than Instagram is actually even bigger when you take into consideration the fact that Instagram has 40% fake accounts. Robots, Finsta accounts, all of that stuff is happening in Instagram. Does not happen as much in Facebook. They really monitor for that stuff. All right, so lots more accounts, lots more real accounts. Your content sticks around longer on Facebook. So with Instagram, you've kind of got 4 major ways to interact with your audience. You've got Reels, you've got Stories, you've got your feed posts, and you've got IGTV. Reels and Stories, very, very short life, right? You have to keep it going every day. And then you've got IGTV, which is great. I use IGTV. That's what I do a lot of. Your feed posts are really just there for people who are considering following you. They'll go and look at your feed posts. That's the only stuff that really has any longevity in Instagram. And if you juxtapose that against the way that Facebook treats your content, if you have great content that people repeatedly go back to and engage with, it'll keep coming to the top of the feed. So it will keep rising back up. You can have a piece of content. You know, we talk a lot about the difference between sprinkling turds on your audience and sprinkling gold nuggets on your audience. If you are dropping gold nuggets and it's coming back up to the top because people are going back to it and re-engaging with it, your content can make you money for years on end once you figure out what your gold nuggets are. And that is where a Facebook group can really help you, because a Facebook group can really help you start to understand your audience and feed them the content they are looking for. Okay, so before we move on, I want to give you one more piece of information. So that was the difference between Facebook and Instagram for business. Now I want to talk about the difference between your Facebook business page and your Facebook group. So I'm going to bring up my screen here. This is a screenshot of my Facebook for Business page. So my Facebook business page is facebook.com/fitprosconnect page. That will take you to this page. And you see my Facebook business page is all about my group, because my group is where I really engage. So it's all about the Grow Your Fitness Business group. There's even a graphic that points to the little button that says visit the group. So here's why. Your Facebook for Business page is a public place, and you can put posts out there all day long, but they don't get any reach. Facebook is not interested in showing your Facebook for Business page content to anybody. It doesn't do anything for Facebook to help you promote your business for free. So they're not doing that. They're not doing that. If you have, let's say, 400 followers on your Facebook for Business page, maybe 4 to 8 of them are going to see any given post that you put in your Facebook for Business page. Now, you guys, does that surprise you? I want to hear if you knew that already, or if that surprises you. You may have already heard that in the boot camp, because I talk about it in the Sell Out Your Workout boot camp a little bit. But other than that, you may not have heard it. So I want to drive this point home for you. Facebook is in business to make money. And that means that they are not in business to make you money. So when your posts don't get any engagement, they offer you that boost, right? Boost the post. And then they start showing it to the people who like your page, to the people who like your page and their friends, right? It's not an effective way to market your business. So We're not going to do that. We are going to work with Facebook, and we're going to work with the tools that they are promoting that they want us to use. All right, so yes, definitely Facebook fan page posts may need to get some paid boost to get views. Yeah, that's what we're seeing. My room is saying that, and that is definitely what we are seeing. Okay, so Facebook for Business page, again, looks kind of like this, and that does not get any reach. Now, there are reasons that you do want to have a Facebook for Business page, but they organically for free will not get any reach. And that's what you want to keep in mind. Now, I want to contrast that against a Facebook group. So Facebook groups may look similar, but they are drastically different. A Facebook group, give me 1 second. I'm playing here with my screenshots. I want to make sure I've got the right one for you. Yes, okay. So let's contrast that against a Facebook for Business group. Okay, here we go. All right, so this is a Facebook group. Now, looks very similar, right? You can see right away that underneath the name of the group, you see how many members we've got. And then do you see all of these tabs across the top? This is one of the things that makes a group very different than a page. So in Facebook groups, you've got different tools. When you have a group, you've got a closed community. It's a space where you can foster community. You can let people talk to each other. They can start to understand each other's needs, each other's wants. They make friends. Who within the sound of my voice has made at least one lifelong friend inside the Grow Your Fitness Business group? I know you have, because I know I have. Some of my best friends I met within the Grow Your Fitness Business group. There are a different set of capabilities and permissions, and they are doing that on purpose. So the first one is the search this group functionality. You see right there, that little search button? When you click on that button, it pops up a search, and your members of your group can search just within that group. Super, super useful when you're sprinkling your gold nuggets on your group. So when you're sprinkling your gold nuggets and you're doing all this long form content that you're pouring your heart and soul into, now people can actually go back and find it because of that search button. Just one piece that makes groups more useful. Guides. So if you look right here, guides, I did a screenshot of that for y'all. Let me find that. Not the most efficient way to share my screen, but we'll get through it. Okay, so, this is announcements. So up here, you see there are guides, and guides are learning units. So it's like a chapter. You can organize your content in your group into these different chapters. So you'll see in the Grow Your Fitness Business group, there is a guide about the boot camp. There is a guide about getting started. I forget what all the guides are, but we've got guides in there. All right, another one is announcements. You can do announcements in your group. I use announcements really heavily all the time because there's different things that I want you guys to see in any given week. So if you ever go to the top of the Grow Your Fitness Business group, you'll see announcements. Another tool that they give you as part of groups is topics. So that's over here on the side, popular topics in this group. That's when you can use hashtags to further organize your content. So Facebook gives you different capabilities when you use a group, and they do that because groups are the big differentiator between Facebook and other social media outlets. And if you have seen a Facebook groups commercial on TV, I think that's all I need to say to let you know how much they want you to use groups. That is their big differentiator. That's what they want you to do. So when you post in your Facebook group, way more members of that group will see the content than if you were to post in your Facebook for Business page and expect the followers of your Facebook business page to see that content. They're just not seeing it. So that's what I want you to get out of that whole discussion. Different set of capabilities and more reach for your content. All right. What questions do you guys have? I'm going to move on here and we're going to talk about why and kind of how to use Facebook groups for business. So like I said, a lot of us are using Facebook groups. We're in Facebook groups, but maybe they're like support groups, maybe they're fitness groups, maybe they're weight loss groups. And you don't really see a clear path to how you would develop a group and then that would lead to income. So I want to talk to you about that. So what you want to do with a Facebook group then is you want to build a community of your ideal customers around a specific subject. And I'm going to do an episode soon on choosing your niche. But I like to say that your niche is a group of people who are actively looking to solve a specific problem. That goes a little bit further than the way that a lot of people look at niche, but I want you to write that down if you're taking notes. A niche is a group of people who are actively looking to solve a specific problem. So if you as a business owner create a Facebook group that solves that problem or that gets them quick wins on the way to solving that problem, now you're really creating relationships with the exact people that you want to do business with. Then you add on to that a paid offer, and now you are really in business. Make sense? That's kind of the why. That's why you would create a group, and that's how you would pick your topic for creating that group. So we are all service-based businesses. Fitness is a service-based business. It is sold solely on trust and connection. And the only way to create trust and connection is to get in relationship with your ideal client. Martha's asking me to say the definition of a niche one more time. The way that I define a niche is a group of people who are actively looking to solve a specific problem. And then the reason I define it like that is because my Fit Pros have the ability to define what that problem is and create a group around it. Now you are creating relationships with your exact ideal client. That is the closest that you can get to an actual sale without going out there and just running Facebook ads and saying, I have this thing and it solves this problem, which is what we do not want to do. All right, so let me talk a little bit more about why you post in a Facebook group and what you post. All right, so reach. I already told you, Facebook is going to show your content to the people that are in your group. They're not going to show your content to the people in your Facebook business page. So you don't have to pay to get reach. When we are looking to create customers in our new business, we're going to pay one of two ways. We're either going to pay with our money or we're going to pay with our time. Does that make sense, y'all? What I like about Facebook groups for new business owners is that you can spend your time not only getting in relationship with your ideal customers, but you're learning about them. They're telling you exactly how they talk about these problems. They're telling you exactly what their questions are. They are telling you how to teach them. So not only are you able to get in relationship with people that you could make a sale to right away, but you're also able to learn about these people, and it helps you in your product development. So if done correctly, you create a Facebook group, you get in relationship with these people, and you are serious about connecting with them for 6 months, you will know everything you need to know about your target market. For sure, 100%. All right, so the next kind of why about a Facebook group is no. This isn't really a why. Let me back up. Let's say it this way. I've got a few things to say, and I'm starting to run a little long here, so I apologize. Here's what I want you to write down on your notes. You do not own your audience. I know you've heard me talk about this before, but I want to say it again. It's worth repeating. Facebook is in business to make money. Facebook is not in business to promote you. Facebook is not in business to ensure that you stay in contact with your customers or with your friends. Facebook is not a right. It's a privilege. Same with all of our social media. But the thing I like about Facebook groups is that you can make them private. And then when people come in, you can ask them for their email address. Your email list is the only thing you own about your audience. So I can come on here for years on end, and I can do video content for you guys, and I can be in community, and I can love on you all day long. But if I don't have any other way to get a hold of you, I could potentially lose all of that collateral, all of that work, all of that access that I've had for years and years and years in the blink of an eye. I've seen it happen. Things are getting weird in the climate that we live in. Things are getting weird in our world. Facebook is kind of doing a security sweep. They are limiting people in different ways. You can lose access like that. You have got to build your email list. So if you do a group, you make it private, and then you ask for the email addresses as people come in. You make it one of the 3 required questions so that people coming in give you their email address. Now, not only are they part of your audience, but you have another way to get a hold of them. We'll talk a different time about email marketing, but that is one of the biggest benefits of creating a Facebook group is that you can control access to that group. You cannot control access on your page. You can only control access within a group, and you do that by making it private. And then you do that by asking them for their email address as they come in. And my room is asking, can I ask for the email address in a public group? The only thing you could do there, you guys tell me if I'm wrong, but I don't think that you can limit access to a public group and then ask people to ask the questions. But what you can do is go through your members list and message people and say, hey, I'm starting an email list. I'm going to email you this valuable thing. Give me your email address. And then you can kind of retroactively grab those email addresses. Okay. So private is great. We want to do private but visible. That is going to allow you to ask the questions. One of those questions is going to be, what is your email address? Private also allows people to develop intimacy and trust with each other. So it's a great thing to have a private group. And then that is where you can really deliver the quick wins to your audience and really make a real difference in their lives. Okay, so with my accelerators, this is the way I teach that you do your engagement within your groups. This is a great point. I asked for the email addresses, but I can never find it. You guys, once you approve your people, the answers to the questions go away. You have to go and save those into a spreadsheet before you approve people, because once you approve them, those questions go away and Facebook does not save them anywhere for you to access. So you have to save the questions in a spreadsheet before. Okay, so the way that I teach my accelerators to engage in the group, I apologize for the doggy, but I'm just going to keep going, is that I teach them that you've got to fill up. Actually, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little pause. I'm going to let you guys catch up on your notes because I know I'm covering a ton here. And I'm going to I'm going to kick that doggy outside so she cannot bark for us. She didn't like that. She's just barking into the air now. And I'm getting a hey, bad doggy. Ooh, she's mad. All right. So here's what I tell my accelerators about engaging in their Facebook group. You got to fill it up, then you got to show up, and then you've got to follow up. These are all super important steps. So that means that you've got to invite people into it and get people in your Facebook group, right? That's the first thing. And you do that by showing up, and then you kind of go back and forth with those two things. You iterate between showing up and showing up and filling up. So you've got to start off by defining your niche, knowing what problem you solve, inviting people that have that problem in, and then you got to show up for them. So that means you're going to want to do like a weekly Facebook Live. At the very least, you're going to want to do a monthly Facebook Live, because live video is king for coaches, consultants, service-based businesses. You have got to show your face, let people get to know you. So you come in, you show up. You fill up, you show up. You fill up, you show up. Then the other great thing about Facebook for business in a group is this. Do you see all of this stuff on the side? One of the things that Facebook gives you in your group is the access to insights. So you can start to see who's engaging with your content the most. What time are people showing up in your group? All of these things that you want to know in order to get the most out of any piece of content that you put out there, Facebook is going to give you the information about that when you have got a group. All right, so that's another thing that's really cool about groups, and it is the thing that allows you to position yourself as the expert in front of that group. So many of you may have noticed over the last 2 years, the Grow Your Fitness Business group changed a lot. It used to be this group that I just put together, and it was like I was altruistic about it. And I was just like, hey, this is us, and we're going to get together and share choreography. And then I was just the admin, and I just let people in. I made sure that people weren't promoting themselves too much or selling, and that's all I did. Then COVID happened, and I said, you know what? I'm a web expert. I can come in and teach these people how to make sure that they're still serving their clients and making some money through this pandemic. So I started coming on every day. Then that turned into the boot camp. That turned into the Fit Pros show. That turned into the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator. And that's how the Grow Your Fitness Business group evolved. The thing that I want you to take away from that is, is that at some point I had to step in and position myself as the leader of the group. There would not have been anything for me to offer or any business for me to create out of doing all this live video if I had not shown up and shown you guys some quick wins. So I came out, I started showing you guys how to get the thing done, right? And then the monetized piece of that is those paid things that I do. Sometimes I do workshops. The boot camp is paid. And then, of course, the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator is my paid 12-month program where people really learn to take their business and scale it and leverage it. So you have to show up, you have to position yourself the expert, and the group is the place to be able to do that. All right. So that is, I did it. I got through all of that content in 40 minutes. That was amazing. I've got more for you. So the next thing that I want to talk about is the guide. I have created a Facebook group guide, and many of you have gotten it. If you are new in the group, you probably got it in your welcome email. But if you have not gotten it, what I want you to do is go sign up for the email list. And then when you sign up, you will get this. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm going to pull it up and I'm going to get you guys the link to it. So when you sign up for the email list, you get this document, and it's the Facebook group. I forget what it's called, the Facebook group checklist, but it will tell you about setting up your Facebook group, how to do the private instead of the public, how to do the visible instead of the hidden. All of that good stuff will be there. So let me grab that link for you. Yeah, that's the one I want. All right, here we go. And I'm going to stick this right in here in the comments. Actually, it looks like Lonnie is going to stick it in the comments for me. So she'll stick that in there. All right. So beautiful. So now you've got this link where you can go and get this growth checklist. And then that's going to put you on the newsletter list as well, so that every week you get the information about what I'm going to be talking about in the show. So win-win. The other thing that I want to talk to you guys about is that I'm going to do 2 days on growing your audience and growing your group in this coming up boot camp. So August 16th to the 20th, I'm going to be doing 2 days on creating more growth in your audience, including in those free Facebook groups that we've talked about. And that boot camp happens the 16th. I want you to go ahead and sign up now. Lonnie, do we have a discount code available for everybody that's watching? The Sell Out Your Workout boot camp is 5 days of live lessons. We put it in a private Facebook group. It's a pop-up group outside of the Grow Your Fitness Business group. It's everybody getting together and lighting on fire for 5 days to get their business going. I'm going to teach you how to get your first clients. I'm going to teach you how to grow that base so that you can continue to draw clients from it. I'm going to teach you about the structure of your business, about how to create your offer, how to make that offer, how to talk to people, all of the things. In that 5 days, what I'm really teaching you is all of the prerequisites that I would want you to have in place before you join the Virtual Studio Business Accelerator. Because once you're in the accelerator, that's where I want you to really take off and leverage everything that you have learned into a real business that can make a difference in your life and in your family and all the things. So 5 days, business building. It's huge. It's amazing. It's $47 this time. So normally, well, it has been $37 in the past. It won't be $37 again. We did it free this one time. It won't be free again. It will be $47 or more going forward. Only happening 3 times this year. August, September, November. That's it for 2021. So I want you to get in and make this happen now. It's happening August 16th to the 20th. All right. That's a friggin' bargain, right? You guys, those of you who have been in the boot camp, tell me, how big of a bargain is it? Is it amazing? give me some comments. And that's the content that I've got for you guys. If you are watching on Facebook, and if you're watching from my Facebook business page, I want you to come into the Grow Your Fitness Business group. If you are watching from the group, thank you. Hell yes. I'm so happy to have you as part of the community. I love every single one of you that is here watching. I see Lonnie is putting a discount code into the comments. So SOYO25 is going to get you 25% off of that $47. So yes, let's do this today only. Today only. Today is Tuesday, August 3rd. Today only. The other thing is, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit subscribe. I am really working actively to get that YouTube subscribership up. So I sure would love it if everybody watching went to YouTube and subscribed to our channel on YouTube. And no matter where you're watching, give me a like, because it really helps Facebook to understand that this content is valuable and useful to you guys. All right, so action items. You guys sign up for the newsletter list so you can get that Grow Your Fitness Business group checklist, and then sign up for that boot camp, because it's going to be freaking amazing and you are going to make crap ton of money and love your life because of it. All right, so that's what I've got for you. You guys have any other questions? And we will get the right link in there for that, that mailing list. I have a feeling you just need to do this. Hold on, I'm sending it to Lonnie one more time in a different way. For some reason, StreamYard does not allow me to post comments while I'm talking. I think it's because I'm streaming to the group and the page and to YouTube. And it used to let me put in a comment and it would go to all three places, but it's not doing that these days. But you know how things changed. So you guys are saying the boot camp is amazing. You have nothing to lose and lots to gain. So true. Okay. And then Jennifer is saying she's done it 3 times and she's learned something new every single time. We completely redid the content of the boot camp this time, and it was freaking incredible. People were like on fire. I just got a testimonial from somebody that was saying, she just sent me a message and said I could use it. And she was saying that she has done all the things and is so excited about her business. So get in there, make that happen. Can't wait for this boot camp. It's one of my favorite things that I do as a business coach for you guys. And I do it because I love getting in community with you guys. I love getting you a quick win. I love bringing in the new accelerators that come out of it. And even if you don't come out of it, you still learn a ton and you get a ton of wins. So, all right, y'all, I love you. And I will see you I'll see you tomorrow in the interval workshop if you're coming to that. If not, I will see you Thursday on Instagram with Denise and Bessie. And yes, we will get you those dates and we will get you the link to it as well as the discount code. I'm going to put that into the comments as soon as I leave this. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.